Hi, this is Francesca Stranix, independent consultant and area manager with Arbonne International. Today we are talking about how to get started, frequently asked questions, hiccups that we see in the business, how to plug in daily. Like, what are the things that a consultant does on a daily basis to move their business forward? And I'm kind of going to break down all of that in the next, let's say, like 25 minutes. So after this, we'll watch it back and we'll comment what topics we hit at what time period, so that later you can just fast forward to those things and re-listen over and over again. So if you're listening to this, it means that you started your business, right? Or you want to start your business, or you're restarting it. And you said, okay, I want to be a consultant. I want to make this business something productive, profitable, etc. Okay. But it's like, now what do I do? So the who, what, when, where, and why should have already been determined with previous trainings up to this point. Now let's just talk about the how. How do I do it? What do I actually do on a daily basis? So we're going to break down income producing activities. You'll hear these called IPAs as opposed to POP activities, which is planning, prioritizing, and organizing, okay, which those things are necessary, but they're not going to be income producing. So if you have a limited amount of time, which we all do, when we can actually plug into our business, let's focus on what activity we can do in that limited time so that it turns around as quickly as possible to consultants, preferred customers, orders, paycheck, and team growth, okay? So I want to give you a few things that have resonated with me, and they keep me motivated through the times of rejection, through the times of activity equaling no immediate result. And it's like, how do we get past those moments? Because if you didn't know that until now, that's a part of this business. So you have entered a personal development, rejection-based business. Hooray! But you know what? That's okay, because only the strong survive, right? And if you are strong and can get past the rejections, when you do get the positive yeses and you do connect to those people that this is for, the reward far exceeds any of the rejections you felt before, okay? So I want you to hang in there and stay with me on this. But yes, rejection is part of this business, and no, it is not personal. I don't know about you, but I take rejection personally. And that can either take you a week or a month or 3 years to get over. So you decide, right, when you're going to get over that, and know that people are not rejecting you. They're either rejecting their own self-worth, the quality in themselves, the doubt, things that they don't know, the product itself doesn't work for them, price or budget, whatever it is, but it's not you. Okay, so we're not taking this personally. We're going to offer this to everybody out there. So I'm going to lay these few things on your mind, and then in those moments of toughness or rejection or stalemate, I want you to think about these things. So would you sponsor yourself? If you were a coach in Arbonne and you met you, would you sponsor you? Okay. Would you invest money in your calendar? So if somebody came up and was like, hey, you have an Arbonne business, I want to invest in it, show me your calendar of activity. Would you invest money in it, knowing that it's going to be something like not a sure thing, but you know what I mean. And then you always want to be the best consultant on your team. Always. Okay? So in those moments, you have to push through. Now, the last one, here's the kicker. If every consultant that you sponsor from now through the rest of your business did only but everything that you do, what would your team look like? Would we be like, yay, I sponsored rock stars? Or like, oh man, I want to get them moving. Okay? So in those moments, you just keep going, because there will be times when life hits and impact hits, and you won't be the best consultant on your team, right? But you know that everybody on your team is working as hard as you did when you could, right? So there's no tomorrow, there's just right now. So on a daily basis, what do we do? So if you are on the Rainmaker page, which most of you listening to this, you probably are, Lisa tagged like the 5 things that you could do daily for your business. There's also a training about 15 minutes and doing 15 things for your business. So we really want to shrink the time frame that you are having to work and plug into actual activity, and then maximize the output of those. So these are the things I want you to focus on when you have that limited amount of time. When you first started your business, you should have your names list. So your 40 names list per month, it might look a little prettier than this, or there might be a new variation of this, but you should have this ready to go all the time. So if I sit down and say, okay, I have 5 minutes for my business, I can pull up one of these from this month or from any previous past month, and I have them sitting right on my desk with names, and those names equal people and follow-up and phone numbers. So it's like, okay, what do I do? Go back to these. Close anybody that's not closed. Follow up with anybody that hasn't answered yet. Resend a message. Ask a question. Incentivize somebody to meet with you or talk with you or listen with you. So if you are limited in time, you need to get in touch with somebody, right? So open up your phone and scroll through, send messages, reach out to current and new clients, and that's how you want to spend your time. Okay? Do nothing else. If you are limited in time, you go right into activity, and activity in Arbonne is building relationships. So you have to message and reach out and connect to people. You can walk around your neighborhood and knock on doors. You can open up your phone or your Facebook account. Find who's active. Don't you love when you can tell if somebody's on their phone? Use that. Use that. So if I have 10 minutes, right, to build my business, I'm going to open up Facebook, and instead of scrolling, I'm going to go to the people that it says they're active, right? Their little like symbol is green, meaning they're on their phone. Message them right away. And then get into a back and forth conversation with them, and you can have multiples of those going on at the same time. So 15 things that you can do on a daily basis. You can drop a sample off to somebody. Always have one in your bag at least. So, Karen, you'll like this one. So if you're standing in line in the bathroom and you're like, oh, hey, I like your hat. This may sound totally strange to you, okay? And that's fine. Not everybody does this. But imagine if you pulled out a fizz sample with your business card and say, I gotta go. I gotta pee, but here, you can have my daily gift or something. They're gonna be like, 1, who is this person? 2, they're completely crazy, right? But 3, it just might get a product in their hand, and you might get a text message back or whatever. Or later on that day or next year, you might run into that random person who you thought was random, right? But you have to be ready all the time. So drop off a sample. Send a new invitation. Ask somebody to go to a meeting, listen to a video, meet up for coffee, whatever. So you want an invitation to go out, okay? Or multiples. Then you want to follow up with somebody that you already gave a sample to. So this is somebody who's not currently a customer or a consultant, and you're doing a follow-up. It's like, hey, how was that strawberry fizz? Oh, I didn't get a chance to try it yet, right? Well, what are you waiting for? Get on that, whatever. So you want to follow up. Then you want to do a follow-up with somebody who has currently purchased or is a current customer of yours. So make sure that you're keeping the relationship building with your customers and your team and your consultants at all times. You want to send at least one of those per day. You want to send an email. There are people that still use just email, right? So send an email out. Make a post on Instagram, make a post on Facebook, send a Facebook Messenger. We're already at 8. How long do you think all of those things would have taken me? Maybe 3 minutes, right? These are not long things if you're ready. So if I spend 15 minutes just figuring out who I'm going to reach out to, I've already spent my time. That's why your names list and your 40-person names list, it already has to be set. That's why I say just open up Facebook and see who's live so that you don't spend 15 minutes just thinking, well, who could I reach out to? No, that's another time, right? Those are your planning and organizing activities, okay? So I'm talking about just the 15 minutes you have to sit down. Ask somebody if you can drop off a sample to them. So one is like giving a sample. Give a sample, do something, right? Give it out, Okay, go to the grocery store, give a sample away, whatever. And then the next one is like, ask somebody to sample a product. Like, hey, I was drinking my morning shake and I just happened to think about you. If I drop you off a sample, will you make a smoothie tomorrow? I noticed that you do like green smoothies or whatever. The reason why there are no scripts for all of these things is because we want you to just have conversations with people. Just talk to people, right? So, all right, so we're sending all these messages, we're dropping off samples, we're asking people to come to stuff. I want you to share. I want you to share a video. That's activity like number 9, right? I want you to send or post something that is helpful or informative. Okay, so it's like a recent article, a study that was just done that is industry related. Okay, so find something, share it, tag it, post it, whatever. Great. So we have like 5 more things. I'm going off of memory right now. Where are we? Posting, sharing, tagging, messaging, emailing, asking, dropping off. Oh, use a product. How hard is that? Not. Use a product. Okay, use something. Take a picture of it, I don't know, selfie it, whatever, but use a product. Make sure that you're using the product. Post something motivational or inspiring that can help your audience. What are we at, like 12 or 13? Okay, so you get the idea. Do your daily positive affirmations. Say something good about yourself and then send that good thing to somebody in your life, right? So if you need motivation today and it's like, I am capable, I am strong, I am brilliant, I'm amazing, whatever. Write that and text it to somebody just for the heck of it. Not somebody that is impacting your paycheck. Not somebody, it doesn't have to be all Arbonne and client related. Remember, you're a person and you're building real relationships. So every time you talk to somebody, it is not about business and product. You want to add value. You want to build those relationships, right? So do your positive affirmations and then send it to somebody. Personally, not like, you know, social media post. Like send it to somebody who you think of. Somebody will come to mind, I promise. You'll be inspired, okay? So that's what you do with your 15 minutes. If you cannot work this business 15 minutes a day, then we need to go back and look at your calendar and figure out how and when you're spending your time. 15 minutes is like 3 commercial breaks, right? Are you kidding? It's like 5 traffic lights. It's double the time that you sit getting your gas filled in your car. I mean, 15 minutes is like, get it done, right? It's the time that you sit in bed deciding when you're going to get up or not. Like it's that 15 minutes, okay? All right, so we're not adding anything to your day. We're just shifting where we're using time. So those are the things that you can do on a daily basis. So what do consultants do? They do that every single day. Not Monday through Friday, not Monday, Wednesday, Friday, not some Sundays, not Tuesdays and Thursday mornings and Wednesday nights, every single day. Okay, because remember, you want to sponsor you. So you want a consultant like you on your team. So if everybody on your team works like you, get to work. So if this is ready all the time, you can have this with you all the time. You got 15 minutes? Great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, write 15 things. Done. Business, done. The rest is all just fluffy stuff. No. Okay. So those are your income producing activities. I'm looking at my notes, making sure that I don't miss anything. So how do you message people? You're like, okay, Francesca, ask, send out a sample, tell somebody about the business, share a video. How do I do that? Well, you have a conversation with people. So you're going to speak to them like you would speak to them, not like I would speak to them, right? So I might message a friend and be like, hey girl, blah, blah, blah. If you never say, hey girl, don't type that, because don't use that if that's not you. I think that's me. I think Karen uses that too. Hey girl, she uses that. So, and other people on the team, right? We all have our little language. So be you and be genuine and honest. Why are you reaching out to this person? Do they have really bad bags under their eyes and you want them to try our eye cream? I wouldn't say that to them, but find a way to share it with them, okay? So whatever your gut instinct is telling you that this person may need or want in Arbonne, let them know that. And you can be very completely honest. hey, I'm not really sure how to say this. I just thought you would like this information. Can I send it to you? Don't make it more than that, right? So just be completely honest. Hey, you popped into my head today. No idea why. Maybe it's because I still have one more sample to give out. Can I drop it off? Why can't a message be that simple, right? So here's what messages are not for. Messages are not for revealing all detail, sharing all information, giving ingredient policy, product, testimonies and scientific research, and what else are messages not for? Explaining the entire Arbonne story, writing down your whole why story. That is not what messages are for. Those are conversations. I'm sorry. If you want to send a book in a message, that's not what they're for. Messages are quick conversations back and forth. If they were sitting in front of you and you talked at them like I just did for you guys for like 15 minutes, you'd be like, and I'm out of here, right? So if you're reading a message and somebody just keeps sending more and more stuff, and it's like, wait, I had a question about the first thing you sent, but there's no way I'm going to say, I don't even understand what you're talking about, right? Or why you're sending this to me. They're just going to say no for the sake of preserving their own self-confidence. Okay, they're not going to say, wait, I don't know what you're talking about. So you want to keep messages really short and sweet, okay? And just to the point. Hey, I found this new product line. I think you might like it because, I don't know, you shop at Whole Foods and it seems like something Whole Foods people would like. What? I don't care, whatever. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. If you have a Discover Arbonne that you've recorded with your coach and you want to send it to 10 people, which you should be sending this out to people like, hey, will you listen to this? If you think they'd be good at Arbonne, tell them why. I think you would be really good at Arbonne. You remind me of my sponsor, and she's really good at this. Or somebody told their story last night at a meeting I went to, and I thought of you. Will you listen to this? I have no idea if it's going to be a fit for you or not, but it could be. Will you just listen, right? The idea is to get the information in their hands, get the product in their house and on their skin and in their mouth, invite them to a meeting because it's those things that will sponsor them. You are not going to grab onto somebody and single-handedly sponsor them into this business so that they get to the top of the company. That's not what's going to happen. But you are responsible to share the product by giving out samples. Use the product so you have your own personal testimony, right? Drop off samples and ask for referrals and invite people. Let the product sell themselves and let the meeting sponsor the people and let the trainings give the information. Does that make sense? Let the product sell themselves, let the meeting sponsor the people, and let the training give the information. That's why we send videos and we give samples. You are not supposed to be all-encompassing and all-knowing, right? So we're just sharing and inviting, and then we're allowing the people to take their pick. So if you were having a brunch at your house, I love using the buffet analogy. I love this analogy. Your business is a buffet. Everybody that comes up to the buffet, does everybody take the scrambled eggs? Nope. Why do they keep putting them out? Well, because somebody likes them, right? Does everybody take the muffins? Nope. Somebody likes them. And that smoked salmon stuff, I can't even eat that in the morning, but every breakfast buffet I go to, AJ would eat that. Every breakfast buffet I go to, they put it out. Why? Somebody likes it. But if they don't put it out, nobody can say yes to it. So you just have to keep asking. So if you give somebody a sample, remember, you probably started this business, one, because you fell in love with the products. So get the products in people's hands. Let the products sell themselves. Do not go around selling products, okay? That won't grow a business. That'll get you one paycheck one time. That's it. That's not what we're after, right? We're after making an impact, building a business, okay? So let the products sell themselves. Invite people to meetings, to team meetings, to Zooms, to Discover Arbonnes. Hey, I don't want to go by myself. Will you take a ride with me? Why can't an invitation be that simple? It doesn't have to be, hi, Sharon, this is Francesca reaching out. My team has a meeting tomorrow in blah, blah, blah hotel, and there'll be national vice president speaking. Those are the people that earned the car. I'm supposed to bring a guest with me. I really think that this business may be impactful for you. Would you like to go with me? Blah, blah, blah. Like, no, just say, hey, I have to go to this meeting tomorrow. Will you come? That's how you would talk to somebody, right? So make this real and genuine, okay? No scripts, just talk to them. Invite people to meetings, let the meeting sponsor them. Because by going to the meeting, they're going to see something, hear something, feel inspired or not. Maybe they won't want anything to do with this. Maybe they'll get scared, who knows? But you have to get them there and then let the meeting sponsor them into the business, okay? All of the trainings that we have, these Zoom recordings, recorded Discover Arbonne's, go to YouTube and type in Arbonne, and there are so many videos. Let our scientists be the expert on the product, right? Let the doctors give testimony to the power of the products, what they're supposed to do. Let the VPs share their stories per occupation, right? So if you're feeling like you're in a spot in your business where you're creating this vision of having something huge, right? A paycheck of like several $1,000s per month, a white Mercedes-Benz sitting in your driveway, a free vacation that you earn for your family, but you yet are not in a place in your business where you've earned those things. It doesn't mean that the person you're talking to can't do them, and it doesn't mean that you're not going to get them. So use somebody else's story and belief and memory. So say, hey, I know this VP who just went on the vacation or just sponsored her daughter or they just got her car. Listen to her story because this is what we're going for, right? So this is a team effort. So send them the recordings. Let the trainings and the videos and the recordings share the information. You do not have to be messaging about or spewing off all of this stuff about Arbonne and the company and all of that. What you need to do is just speak to your heart and your personal experience. How you need to ask and send messages is how you would talk to the person you're talking to. So if you're talking to your sister, that might look different than if you're talking to your hairdresser or your neighbor, right? You alter those conversations without even thinking about it, but it's all coming from you. So if you are genuinely, and I do believe this because you're listening here, if you are genuinely in this business and you see the vision for yourself, then you know the impact this can have on other people, okay? So now it's up to you to lay out your Arbonne buffet and let them decide what they want. Do they want to try the product? I don't know. Do they want to look at the business? I don't know. Will they host a get-together? Will they meet you for a one-on-one for coffee? Will they do a three-way call with your sponsor? Will they go with you to a meeting or a car presentation? Will they try the products? Will they sign up as a preferred customer? Will they be a business builder? Do they have people in their life that would do this business? I don't know. Maybe they want the juice or the coffee. Maybe they just want a muffin. Maybe they want that nasty salmon stuff. But you have to ask and lay it all out there, okay? And then you let them decide, right? Do you think the restaurants feel bad if at the end of the day they're scraping off all those potatoes nobody ate? They couldn't care less because tomorrow everybody may gobble up the potatoes. So don't take it personally. 15 minutes a day, but every single day. So what was it? Success, Jennifer posted our theme for tonight. Success is earned every single day, right? We have to pay the rent every single day, right? So Dana Collins, our executive national vice president, she likes to compare it to cardio. I could do cardio today and then not again until next week and then 5 days in a row and then skip 2 days and then be back full out for 3 months and then take like 6 months break or go on vacation for a week. Okay, so every time you go back, you almost have to start over. Now, if I just do 15 minutes every single day and not skip any, even if I don't feel like it or if I don't want to or if I'm in my head or I just got rejected or it's raining outside, those are all the excuses. But if you just plug in and do it consistently, then you will see the benefit over time. Joanne, hang up. We're going to be right back for the next one.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So that's the end of this one. So the themes of today is like, would you sponsor you? Would you invest in your calendar of business? If every consultant on your team did what you do from the first day forward, what would your team look like, right? And what else? Be the best consultant on your team, 15 minutes per day of consistent activity. Make sure that you have things ready to go so that 15 minutes can be spent efficiently. And this is a relationship building business, so go be you. And invite people to take a taste of your buffet. Okay? Does that sound
okay?
Okay. Recording stopping. You guys can watch this back.